So that Kanye character's really been saying some crazy stuff, huh? I never thought I'd be talking about it, but here I am. I was listening to some of my favorite pop-punk music today, and that's the band The Vandals. That's right, I say The Vandals. And I was listening to The Vandals, and when I was listening to this record called Hitler Bad, Vandals Good, it dawned on me, this is the kind of stuff that Kanye West needs to hear. He would really benefit from the messages from this record. So this video is going to be mostly directed to Mr. Kanye West. And instead of making him an outright enemy of the channel, because I know that's just what I really want to do. That's my natural instinct, is just to name you an enemy of the channel, Kanye West. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt, because I really believe that Hitler Bad, Vandals Good is going to be the record to save your soul. Because when you're out here, you know, doing this like white mask stuff a long time ago, maybe like a year ago, I thought it was some of the funniest stuff that another human being could be doing. That was so wild that you're wearing these big plastic masks, okay? But then Kanye, you go on to Alex Jones and you start saying that you like Hitler, you think that Hitler had some good ideas. You brought out a net and a can of Yoo-hoo because of Netanyahu, the president of Israel. All of this stuff was insanely wrong for so many reasons, but I'm not really here to talk about any of that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just go through the various elements of this album that's gonna help you the most, Kanye West, so when you dive into it, you're gonna know exactly what to get. Okay, hey ladies, how's it going? Dan Frampton here, and before we get going, how's about you go buy a hoodie at bonfire.com/Dan Frampton. Okay, let's kick this thing off. The first thing that I think is most important to draw your attention to, Hitler, I mean Kanye. I don't know why I'm getting these things mixed up. Anyway, that is this album cover. Over here, there's so many different parts of it that I think you're going to want to take in. There's nuances here. You see this little nuclear family here in the middle? That is something that you have recently lost, Kanye West. And maybe if you thought Hitler was bad and Vandals were good, you would still have this beautiful nuclear family, everyone holding hands, okay? But that's not what you have, okay? You have a whole broken up sort of thing. And maybe they had a bit of a sneak peek of this anti-Semitic stuff that you were going on, which is part of the reason why it blew up. I don't know though. But the contents of this record are gonna really benefit you too, Kanye. They're very fast, they're very catchy, they're very funny. All these sort of things can maybe make you realize things from a different point of view. Now, Kanye West, I'm gonna direct you towards a couple lyrics here. These lyrics I think are gonna really hammer home the messages that are gonna be most poignant to your life, I think. And this first song is the song that kicks it off. It's called People That Are Going to Hell. Some people are bad and they don't give a damn what they do or who they hurt. They go through their lives, they don't apologize for the shit that they've disturbed. Does that sound fucking familiar to you, Mr. West? And that's sung through the lens of it being wrong, right? So can you just see that as it's not a good thing to go through your life and do bad things and hurt people and not apologize for all the shit you disturbed? And we used to all think it was kind of fun and kind of goofy when you were doing your little manic episodes or whatever, because they were just like short little bursts. But it's clearly not episodic. This thing is non-stop. But those kinds of people don't bother me because they know quite well when their lives are over what they've done, those are the people that are going to hell. You hear that, Kanye West? You're the kind of person that's going to hell. You gotta change your ways, buddy. This song would really help you turn your life around, I promise. I don't know why I'm being so kind and generous right now with all these olive branches I'm handing to you, Kanye West. But the Vandals are gonna be the band to really help you out. Some beat their wives, some pull out a knives and stab a person or two or three. With no repercussions and no one can touch them, they get away scot-free. Okay, I think this is scratching the surface, right, Mr. Yee? They will spend eternity cursing all that they've done, faced with karma, consequences, and nowhere left to run. You hear that, Kanye? You're starting to get scared? You're starting to get the heebie-jeebies, pal? All of this better really be making you start to sweat. You're starting to feel those hairs stand up on the back of your neck. You're getting goosebumps. So try to be nice and do what's right, because there will come a day when you're faced with the maker, and no one here could save you, no matter matter what they say. And be glad that you were good, because some don't do so well. When their lives are over, they're done, they're going to hell. I know you don't want to go to hell. You're a very Christian boy, apparently. You like Jesus and stuff. You believe in heaven and hell. And this is like really telling you the message that you need to hear to not go to hell. Don't go to the Bible. Okay, the Holy Bible is like this big. This lyric is only a little bit long. The whole record is like a half an hour. And that kind of stuff can be absolutely revolutionary to a brain zombie like yourself. Okay, the next song that I think you need to hear off this record, Kanye West, is My Girlfriend's Dead. Just imagine you're singing these through your perspective, okay, Mr. Yee? I once had a girlfriend, but then one day she dumped me, and everywhere I'd go, people would ask me where she was. Does that sound familiar? You got dumped. You were out there being all sorts of toxic. I don't want to talk about her. Someone always asks about her, so I tell them my girlfriend's dead. I say leukemia. I say bulimia. I say a big truck ran over her and chopped off her head. You see how that's framing it like it's a crazy thing, Kanye? Because it is crazy. My girlfriend's dead. Can't you see? It's a total lie. But it's easier on me. You see, starting to see how this is like very similar, running parallels to the life that you're living, to the shoes that you're walking in. My girlfriend's dead. Please change the subject or I'm gonna go jump off a building and join her in heaven. Very melodramatic. You don't want to come across like the person writing these lyrics, Kanye West. Change your life, change your ways, and if you don't, in the next 30 days after I drop this video, you will become an official enemy of the channel. And believe me, you don't want that. Next song, If the Government Could Read My Mind. Now, Kanye West, you have some crazy ideas. You have some weird ideas and you've been spewing some nonsense. And a lot of it is kind of conspiratorial. And this song is going to be the song to fix that part of your stupid ass brain. Baby, I'm more than a little concerned, you see, about the New World Order conspiracy and the convert spreading of deadly disease. They got earthquake machines and UFOs, black helicopters, wherever you go, but I forget them all when I'm with you. Now, Kanye, the reason why this verse reminds me so much of you is because you go on about the most crazy stuff, but then also in the same breath, you're like, but I'm not worried about any of it because I'm very, very pure. So even though they could read my mind and all of that stuff is true and they're probably out there selling babies' organs, you know, I don't care because everything that I'm doing is virtuous and God mode. They can telepathically monitor my mind. I'm not scared of what they'll find. Let them do what they're gonna do, because if the government could read my mind, they'd know I'm thinking of you. Aw, how fake sweet, how love bomby. Okay, Kanye West, nobody wants you around, and Alex Jones was your last ditch effort, and even made him look totally sane, which is a mind-boggling feat. Adidas dropped you, all your other business partners dropped you, and even your family dropped you. There was too much drama. Hot stepmoms and surrogate dads, it breaks my heart to see him so sad, lying alone in his room with a frown on, reruns showing him what he's missing out on. And you can just see that, like, Kanye's at home, all by himself, nobody wants anything to do with him, and he's just like watching sitcoms and getting all delusional and being like, I want my life to be like a sitcom, the sitcom is the real thing, and then he's out there trying to live that sort of life, and it's just blowing up in his face. If life could be what he sees on TV, he wouldn't have to hurt so bad, cause too much drama, too much drama, too much drama. Off for the weekend with the real dad, but the only thing real is how real bad. He just wants his life to be black and white. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Those people never fight. He's just watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air being like, Uncle Phil, I want to be just like you, Uncle Phil. You don't let anyone fight in that one scene where you're hugging Will. That's so emotional. That's my life. I want my life. I want my life to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I am the freshest prince. Kanye, you're not the freshest prince. You're the effed up girl in this song. So I'm gonna read these lyrics, but instead of it being about a girl, I'm gonna change them to being about you, Kanye West. I'm well aware that you are chemically imbalanced, but I'm the kind of guy that likes a challenge. From a crazy kind of rapper who lives in his own world, who is legally insane. I'm not afraid, I'll rise to the occasion, and I'll remind you when it's time to take your medication. And in this context, the medication is this record. Hitler bad, Vandals good. Hitler bad, Hitler is bad. Kanye, Hitler bad, Vandals good. Okay, that's the medication, and this record on repeat over and over and over is gonna make you realize that Hitler, remember, you gotta get on the same page as literally everybody else in the world, okay? Hitler is bad. Hitler is bad, bad, bad. Vandals, the Vandals, very good. But I'll be with you until we find a good solution and keep you out of any mental institutions. If you need some special care, I will always be there because you're legally insane, Kanye. It takes some patience and a lot of sacrifice helping a lunatic get through his life. I'll protect you from yourself because you got nobody else. You're legally insane. You got nobody else, Kanye. Literally, nobody else is looking out for you. But you know who is looking out for you? Dan Frampton and the Dan Frampton YouTube community. You need someone who's there when you're losing all your faculties. You need someone who understands all your abnormalities. I understand all the problems you got. I'll stay up nights on suicide watch. You're a fucked up rapper, Kanye. You need someone who's there whether you're lucid or delusional. You need someone who will hold your hand. If you're confused at all, I understand all the problems you got, Kanye West. I'm a very nice guy, very charitable, very wholesome, and I did all of that for you for free. That was a free psychiatric session for you, Mr. Yee, Kanye West, whatever you want to be called. And anybody watching this that isn't Mr. Yee, if you haven't heard this record, Hitler Bad, Vandals Good, then I suggest that you go out and listen to Hitler Bad, Vandals Good, because whether or not you need to hear that message or not, it's not, well, that message isn't really on the record, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's just kind of what it's called. Anyway, if you like pop punk, skate punk, melodic hardcore, whatever you want to call it, you're going to love this thing. It's a good, fun, catchy, hilarious little listen. If you thought that this video was a good, wholesome, fun, hilarious little watch, then why don't you like, comment, and subscribe, ring the bell if you're cool as hell, and until my next upload, oh my god, I guess you could watch another upload or two.